fantastic morning. Saturday for and atwachi and sa no your basse dia when it's what time it is. Sports arena. And as they say, weekend understand the weekend no etieno. The weekend without sports arena, akwa say o ye nkwan na makonim. Samako mu kra wa ye nkwan a je nim. Se je nim susu wo mu a wa ye nkwan a enam nim no. Na ye se nkwan mi hu nkwan kwa opesa wo ye no. Sports arena weekend near complete, fantastic. Yamwakwaba, my name is Super Squad. Ya Jegwa, another show and air bro from now till 12 p.m. Yaba sorry no, now we feel yabroswa. Man on any fee, the any actually kufudi about the happenings. What wiki munina, near my sissy fitty jwadeba, BBC. I am running even a nano pay no, and actually kufubi tisimu yamwatia se amwafilia. Na show you so. Apart from discussion at the banner, when him say I call boardroom near share and some hodwa, I bet me at the same Yamuatia, I will boardroom or yes, so now I caught to crew the Modesica to crew at the Abro, and no a betting outside me with the bros and a baby cacra at Yagubotum last week. Liverpool, so a rough cacra about being a messages, a bit more chance say, or may I rebet and you want me di. Edi go mo botomo where they are na wa monitor. It is your business to monitor your business. International be ko to kruduma ko hese to krudumo AC etie. Say John Manucho me producer, Sarah directed show you come pa. And my name is Super Squad V Power and Mustafa Hajidin, Mr. Alfred Aka, yaba yede show no brewo. Sabre de ye be twa enwa ba na yaba yede show no abrewo. Ate same gu anim na wayi ne one by one. Kejuwa na nkasa ne Erica Sieru bwani. Ye ba sisi ane ato aso. Right? Yesamu akwaba at the Oba Sports Arena live on Adom TV. Medican appropriate so the amount some kakra ye ba behwe. Now, UEFA Nations League ekoso. Na send the results on this year. I think England there na bebre na kasafa ho ye pa ne ade akọ South America ne Asia moto mu ho ne ade almost bomb World Cup qualifiers. But in Africa, the AFCON 2025 qualifiers and you bet David deep into the Ghana results no ne next game ayene Sudan airborne ne ahwe Ghana group no so send yes yakwakoye no. That no game e bass so the Accra Sports Stadium send me bebre na see and na fans na boy so paisans afi hu a stadium at halftime even before the game sprinkles so this sprinkle go park that park na that so neat to say come up halftime so nya san pipe we na sprinkles to say yes and 24 boy well you better how the maintenance na be see akose e betum until Ghana's next game na say be san bi me de anyema bebre asama na kwakọ say no so be hwe ne ahwe and the possibility and whether or not Ghana send a group na ye betumi qualify call preview to Ghana's game against Sudan ye be hwe no so ne ahwe san ye see etie san say Angola eche Niger bono come you know they say Angola to table so about 9 points. They say I don't know say asheshe I know I something which is ever still Ghana our opportunity to say bet ma qualify cause ye near year. I know Edan Chenya the best sign aba na ya be hwe Kumasi Asante Kotoko news coming in Fia Bruchiri Banye. Me ka Bruchira America Bruni Krumu na the air ban say 2 players Ira Asante Kotoko omo kono mo so dada ento mo ko du ye no bo she say ye be ma wo makana be ka mo ma bo that game against DC United no players na timi an konti Kotoko for some mo bo no the statement be to dwafe ye ba ye hu 2 players odugo bye Otelon ye na ye kworo nti enra on prep zone maybe say mo ye sure say players sing na be ba anti unconfirmed reports batch say inhum yenu mo na kworo ati e be ko sa story ni mo ye Ghanaian Premier League to us this weekend e be hear say House of Oak game against Young Apostles e be ko sen ya se be fa sen family crab na be che e be wura mu ye ni ahwe na ya ho se ne so se no and in some bebre ya je gwai ya de brabo ya for caro yen konsem ni mo ye ni ade Mr. Steven Kwaku Asare Power you ready and ya je Ghana Jesus because Ghana jina kono wiki esan wura mu bib no eno buka mu dia nice I don't know me say you say bompai me nya sure say bibu akam by the kind of scarcity Kololo impressions Ghana jisi no 1957
yeah
eba bisi enne jisi Ghana
2024
dia ope bia no Kololo benyama
internet ni nyina ho
o se o de call down memory lane na ya hwe Ghana urgisi si ebi
abedi pele pa na me kai
most definitely we know so ebia e fa in next game against Sudan fa you be san another one there about next week
solid
yeah they are beautiful
never fa there
oh be fa befa now can you say untumi nane ho ma ahwefo nhwe anka ma odane ho ma nhwe
top teams you have Senior Nations League no you relegate na you promote
now coach
yes playing the game at the 87th minute na you say oh a beer at Wembley the England for anya the cry no they will go away with it and now people after that equalizer no now one we game ni be brave were optimistic say England will win they were optimistic say England will win
corner lineup no
yes not but once they have come into the game we've seen games even at the Euros under Southgate England have come into games now it was almost dead for them until no more expect to say on that sort of report result and even Lukaku's first 2 games he managed to get the wins for them so against Greece you know for some time now Greece almost very formidable across Europe after playing hosting the Euros everybody will start talking and already almost started Kasa say they don't think Lukaku is the man to lead
because 30 years so
or 30 in the first 2 games he had won but what Greece be sure Wembley and these English people this Brits they talk especially when names like Pep Guardiola Thomas Tuchel and recently I announced say Jurgen Klopp are joining is it Red Bull in another capacity you know he was one of the names mentioned in there and you know a loss like this you know
then why do we
interim the Abeba we've seen a lot of interim coaches
okay
they are make kind of power 100% record me born in the bias big Sam big Sam or the best record as an English manager 1 game 1 win he sacked the next day what you say so a shocker though but I believe that absentees be the Kane factor was there
okay
the Kane factor was there because if you have one of the best players in the world or boss a center forward sometimes having to lead the team if he's not there you feel it's lost. Saka was also not able to finish the game. Osha now one of the players Anka when he's playing in the team you have a lot of assurances. The Gordons and the rest they will come through but some
Holland they ball 1-1
Netherlands team you know and Shadow Engineer and as we said the amount for I still have issues with Ronald Koeman. I believe Sir Ronald Koeman still no or you're part of the old school. He's
on our screen some of the results about Sonra and before and run on the Ronald Koeman.
Yes, or a young coach but of folly in the category of the old school. And me Ronald Koeman has never proved me wrong. He's not an elite coach.
Oh.
Truth be told. So per team ama will be and I say young players now person will develop ma. Ronald Koeman is not that man.
Wow.
Because Netherlands team, you know, are more lot of young players, exciting players. They have one of the best defenders in the world, Virgil van Dijk.
Wow. But you share other results. Ukraine about Georgia by 0-0. Iceland and Wales here 2-2. Turkey in Montenegro. Turkey winning 1-0. Sweden and Slovakia here 2-2. Until to say yes, not in the MY something which is there. But Bosnia and Germany, I think now you know says results of the Germany or one conqueror of one other. But in Africa, it was Madagascar, the Gambia, but 1-1 Tunisia, Tifima, Comoros be born 1-0. I said Comoros of Fono, you underrate you.
Many will be underrated. Many say they formed a very good team. Time almost share AFCON, so that's 3-2, you know. Your Babeka say because of 1 man down because Captain Andre Ayew and your red card in tea and affected a lose game.
But in recent times, is it a World Cup qualifier? Yes, one. Oh, so Sana would say.
And see, I say, when you are a minnow and only big boys in the bar, and you're winning, so when you draw crana, the confidence are a broad confidence because out to Michelle Ghana AFCON. No Samba Beshen will fear. If you are beating Ghana, who is Tunisia? Tunisia's biggest achievement was winning the AFCON in 2004. And you name the controversies that surrounded our win or Munya. I'm not taking any credit from them, but since Tunisia what? Omuko World Cup or cry, then call them home. So be a ultima share Ghana there. And it is a team you share with AFCON wrong. Or very physical. Yeah, Comoros for No, not at all.
Egypt tonight few Mauritania by 2-0. Benin ball Rwanda 3-0. Nigeria struggling to beat Libya by 2-0.
Egypt since our win is our 3-peat no mun see our dada mobium. Omo try so very discover our form no. Omo ba AFCON final they lost to Senegal. But omo form na aye on and off. Sa Hassan Shiata team na yehu ya na be den say be hu sa team no biom. But they have one of the best strikers in Europe now. Mamouche our Bundesliga.
Frankfurt.
Yes, he is scoring. And they have Mo Salah, one of the best players in the world, our team in him. But the problem with the Egyptians, and it's still the politics, our team in him. Make no mistakes, our Muslim Brotherhood fashion and other fashions, still now, our team in him. And it affects them even in their big games. You know, their games are even the supporters and crowd to make the banners about stadium. That political tension, rivalry, still our team in him. Although they've tried some barriers of our team, and Yenya the best of Egypt since that time, and they will bring a few exciting players. But we say that team, an all-round team, dominated by Alice. But Egypt are more a lot of foreign-based players. They have even players playing in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar.
But Zambia and Chad, wow, Zambia Chad 0-0. Ay vipa dino ase we za de gusu anka
Nigeria for Susan so koyo amade ni
1-0 Zambia omo coach na ye
0-0
Abraham Grant, is he still with them?
Yes, Abraham
Grant. And there was a time Anami read one article from one Zambian journalist, and they are even saying there's a lot going on within the Zambian team.
Oh really?
Yes, in terms of coaches acting as agents,
Charlie,
bringing in their own players. And to Zambia, they have not been consistent for some time now. Almost struggle. And I want to believe that it's one of the reasons. And you see, Eriko, the AFCON qualifiers are very, very tough. One, limited time to prepare your team. The way you see a football schedule now, you have very limited time. And for some of these teams that will come and face you knowing, quality, they'll come and sit in a low block. Omba be defended 90 minutes. What can Nigeria say?
Yeah, 1-0.
Struggled. 90 plus. Now, ball be from the left side now. Play on the boy. So when this team play you, in order to build points, because in this qualifiers, you are building points. Now they are qualified. Until when you meet the big boys, you need to sit deep.
Yes, I'll be beaming in
Mozambique,
Eswatini 1-1. Mali, Burkina Bissau by a goal. Cameroon 4, Kenya 1. Yeah, Uganda winning 1-0 over South Sudan. South Africa 5, Congo 0. Senegal and so Malawi by 4-0. New Zealand, Tahiti, Ukopimo, Oshini Amoto Muhana said, of course, I mean, Frida Kopimo. Ya no more there no what they wu nkwan for nkwan na che say Brazil, but I think Brazil to me share the bobre winning 2-1 in that game so at the pem so and the games because so na by way of boso ama ati for na sahwe for hu no and games there interesting Paris, Croatia and Scotland and afi Poland and Portugal and so about Spain, Denmark, Spain and Denmark. And so they bought Serbia, Switzerland, and I feel so no Cyprus and Romania and the likes, and only other games are Bamba. So immediately you are Shada. But in Africa, there's Morocco, Central African Republic. There's Guinea and Ethiopia. You ever heard those two games?
Ethiopia.
My goodness.
Ethiopia.
Nigeria for team way. Just similar to England for team no. Share the value England for team money Greece boy no. Who say now it is the most valuable national team. Squad no. You value around 1.45 billion euros. The whole world. And quality. Go team Jude Bellingham.
150.
Jude Bellingham. Hurricane. Oli Watkins. Bukayo Saka. Cole Palmer. Gordon. The City guy.
Foden.
For Foden. So our players we mean now. Our valuation 840 million euros. Nessa woni Greece. Ranking is it 48 or 40 something?
And one of the upsets.
No, upsets. Coach no one convince ni pa.
Me coach.
One convince ni pa. Because the one man for hopes at the man no. Sanke Juma no. If he had won this game, can narrative be different.
Exactly.
On says back to back wins are winya no. And my man for nya conviction be say no papa we Charlie yan trying to I say be with my Juma. But bona Greece for any omo boy. Greece dominate you omo. Yes say omo dominate and they were penetrating and the biggest mistake is to play Declan Rice as a single pivot. Omunya counter now I say play a cranny park and so.
Omunya say he was experimenting for 20 years.
Well, I tell you no other games we bring on a coso ni na mo de be PVM no NC on Asian fan camel cry. Now let me back to the Accra Sports Stadium and on Thursday it was the Black Stars of Ghana against Sudan against the Kosiapia Sudan. Yeah, and Kiki had the chances upon chances. I know, said you had some of the chances. Ghana, you miss it, yeah, we and the Kukusimo. I want you be Miss Sumanyabi, Kukusimo. So many talking points, and made the mom straightforward, Monche from start to finish. And the chances they be there, start to finish. The Ohun ye be near there. Then me a better that ticket near there. The be our person Kasafan about the game. From tactics, how Coach Otuado went into the game and how Kosiapia came in. Vapor.
Eriko, na a game a must win for Ghana. Because in our previous 2 games, at home to Angola, you lose at the Barbara Sports Stadium. Then we went to Niger in Berkane, Morocco. The first goal through an unlikely source. Ali Duseidu. And they allowed Niger for back into the game. So going into that particular fixture, now Angola was 6 points. Now Sudan, there were 3 points. Ghana in 2 games, near pick 1. And then Niger also had a point. Until now, the most reasonable thing from players back campaign on Monday, from pre-match conferences, Kasabie Benyana was towards a win. And now, not NSC, in terms of playing surface, no much you are said they've done their part of it. So it was no longer an excuse. Elisha Owusu, during one of their training sessions, Eka said the pitch feels better. Asante Chum, who is the communications director, says it's the best pitch he's seen at the Accra Sports Stadium in a long while. So those excuses, Neriko, no longer came to play. All Otuado had to do, all the boys had to do, all the GFA had to do, all other stakeholders involved. None you say and say we'll get 3 points. But you see, they bought against a man that knows us through and through and through. We're bought for the Black Stars. We're captain the Black Stars. We're winning AFCON with the Black Stars in 82. At club level, he was part of the Kumasi Asante Koroko team that won in Africa. 2011, Maputo, Kosiapia led the team. 2014, he became the first black Ghanaian to qualify as for the World Cup. Though Ankoyi. Then, in between.
I say, white Ghanaian or some kind of black Ghanaian.
Black Ghanaian. White Ghanaian Otuado.
Okay.
And in between, he came in certain capacities. Boy. Kosiapia knew the team very well. And even Sudan in World Cup qualifiers, despite the political instability and the fact that sometimes they even struggle to get players to report to camp early. And most of the players are even inactive, It was also a difficult situation for Kosiapia. But on the day, Eriko, on the pitch, I saw something. And you see, Mekanowaha, times without number, said, many FNA Nyade with the choice of coach they picked.
Coach Otuado.
Because if you want to base it on a first stint now, Yeni Nigeria ball World Cup qualifier. No. Otuado didn't win a game
at all. It was 2
we
draws.
qualified on technical grounds that we scored an away goal. Partene shares our away goal. So in those 2 playoffs, no, Otuado's led Black Star team didn't win. We went to the World Cup. About 3 games. We lost to Portugal painfully. Then we won against South Korea. That game was a poorly managed game. We went 2-0 up. Second half, within the space of minutes, South Korea were level. I am Shishia na Kudus Boba Kutum. Then we played Uruguay. We lost 2-0. Of course, Andre Ayew missed the penalty. Very crucial point of the game. But you see, under the management of Otuado, offers are 5 competitive games now. He had just 1 win. 2 losses, 2 draws. Let me bring it to now. In 7 games, when you have 3 draws, 2 wins, 2 losses. Draws always reflecting his games. And Otuado is inexperienced when it comes to coaching any national team. Uganda Toho, Uganda film. Which other nation would employ Otuado as their head coach? Eko mami answers.
Say you Ghana film media or you Ghana few name for frontal you didn't know I don't know.
His name doesn't ring any bell in terms of coaching at the national team level. At the national team level. At Dortmund, he was a development coach. He served the Black Stars in other capacities as a scout. So bringing him in, for me, was not the best choice. But let's come to the game.
Yes, and I can make us say now we've moved on. I mean, you're fun.
And it's because ESCO members be felt say in the first stint when you time to. He told you after also an argument with Germany. Germany.
Virtually we went to beg him to come.
Yes.
Virtually, yeah.
And you know, at the post match, the demon crash say Mona Mohamed. Nobody disturbed
very poor posture. Very poor posture. And post match, I think he needs to be spoken to. Say ya na oni nipa na ekasa, oni Ghana for na ekasa. What draw at least shall show bibi kakra. Yes, okasa obisa na question na answer dia bana say Johnny any question obisa na say nyanse dem bi no.
Or you arrogant?
Mona mobile.
Very bad. But I think Henry Asante Chum should speak to him. And I be Charlie, Nyahanye Germany, you say we be your home la line or ha. Also be shepa. You should understand the culture. If you are Ghana na be baba ye yo who say can't go Frank Konkunya say what the press conference I say push up to her say as if Zako me mona mobile na wasuma.
Or you arrogant?
Very bad.
From what I saw at the post match. Or you arrogant? Or you're snobbish, and in terms of results, or you're unproductive. So you cannot come and sit at press conferences and speak to Ghanaians anyhow. We were with you, Otuado. We blamed the Baba Yara pitch. You didn't fight that fight as a national team coach. All of you, in Central for Atabayasi, because we were echoing it. Said, from what we saw, the playing surface was so good. Oko Niger, you drew. You come to Accra. The last time the Black Stars played here was in 2021. So you come to Accra, win against Sudan. In terms of pedigree, teams are where you group in him. Angola doesn't come close to Ghana. It's sad we fall in terms of standard, but you're a 4-time champion. Sudan are Gen 1. Niger, the qualification for AFCON is even a problem. Then you look at Sudan, whose last appearance was in 2021. Almost so, though almost we need them, they have struggled. So all these things should guide you. Maybe so to about.
Yeah, I think I heard that question.
Chance of not qualifying for the first time in 20 or tell me say he doesn't follow those records. He doesn't care. And clearly, Otuado needs orientation.
Of course.
The Black Stars, a Jumano, you need to sit him down.
Sure.
Ketias or Kreku, the ESCO members, the management members, they need to sit Otuado down and say, look, even if we beg you to come and take the job, you have to know the history and data and statistics that guides us into games.
And so we are coach, and now we are house coach. Kobo super clash. We say I don't care about.
I don't care about
Call Luzu, call Yankas and Washawana Kotoko. I match the Quabit from one.
And for crying out loud, this is the men's national team.
Yeah.
On the day, we created chances. We couldn't take them. I fought the players in that regard. But, Eriko, look, there were a lot of things I know it wasn't working. One thing I mean noticing, pinpointing that Ibrahim Suleimana change, I felt it was a bad substitution. Ask me why.
Okay.
Prior to that change, it was Ibrahim Suleimana no breaking the play of the Sudanese. So from what I was seeing, on no breaking play, no one allows Sudan forward liners no then he will initiate the attack. Interiko, our best rebound, the Kudus Mohammed rebound, who took the shot? The same DM. He moved to the 18-yard, literally doing box to box. Then you take him off and bring Michael Bedu, who plays for Elfsborg. Of course, he had a good time in the Europa League, scored the only goal for Elfsborg against Roma.
Yeah, the debut.
But meaning say Michael Bedu no, on to me boy in midfield. I either saw him in midfield or on the left side. It was like
Katri.
I said, telepathy be a name. I said, oh yeah, did be my. But that change, a boy FM.
Okay.
And
all right.
Look, Eriko, say I'm qualified for the AFCON. Toadu should know, say, Ghana phone fan channel. 1, 2. Nidin bewa books mu. Sani a Nidin wo books mu say. Oya the first Ghanaian coach ko wini at the World Cup. Nidin be say awo nkrata mu say. Ono be fa adwuma no. Ene yan qualify. You call Sudan on Tuesday. You call Libya. One to me and we ha. There's no guarantee so wait me we but of course, I see na Sudanese for lucky.
No me lucky. And omunye lucky.
Omunye lucky this time around. Ti yebe hope say yenya 16 corners. Yenya shots on target bear 7. This time around, you should be able to convert. Angola boy. Pashenije. Say ya nkobo bra. 2004 Tunisia ne host the AFCON. Not African country. Morocco ne host the
and you lose a home game. Qualifiers no lose. Ghana lose home game bia I didn't see abeko.
Oh say in over 24 years we had not lost at the Babaya.
No, na bia no na coach ni mo.
O see on pair records.
No sa na man there.
Enti olusu wa Babaya ra.
Enya
This is where your coach I fan so on coach the Black Stars. Coach fans for yam hye no. And me blame me as co-members ni GF for no more appointing because Mama na feel so big. Otabi is not he's not even qualified for this Black Stars job.
My goodness.
Let's go down memory lane.
He feels bigger. He feels bigger than the team. I feel
bigger. At Dortmund, what was your capacity? You weren't even close to the first team. Yeah, man in tears, yes sir. And I don't blame him. How many games no bomber Black Stars? 15, 2 goals.
Black Stars na ngure ni mu.
And running mu. It's your cultural orientation na appear kan, It should start with Coach Adom.
Dean, your shirts in the game when see Koya bebre na kasa ne ande ade a 0-0 first score line, right? Coach Akwasi apia bo to ana. That is.
No.
Okay.
In terms of quality no. Your quality no bro Sudan for no so bebre. To be honest, we are the better side. But in association football, no, about 90% ball possession when we near.
Is it hard luck? No, hard luck.
Hard luck. A key role. And there is one thing Mejiri say, as I say, which is striking. In recent years, Mejiri say, strikers are a problem among mine.
You fear someone, John. Can you say?
No. I don't think so. You fear
someone. Hey, obvious.
I believe that. And he will not be there forever.
Yeah, of course. So,
Tony Yeboah played for the Black Stars. Dan Owusu played for the Black Stars. Peter Lamte played for the Black Stars. They were scoring, man. And you know,
Badin.
Baba, you miss Baba Messi, the all-time top scorer.
51 goals.
On trial all-time top scorer and Messi.
One terrible. Intina make
a terrible, but an enquiry on Abefino. And there's a goalkeeper inquiry, goalkeeper Ben Abefino. They know, yeah, didn't have because
okay.
The first
from that point, I get it. From that point, they may know you are doing very well. But Mejidi said, Mr. Body, I say you have a proper discussion on how I develop strikers for Chromaso.
I know, yeah, Jane.
Because in the last 25 years, we Ishmaeladu free ho. We Eric Bequin 2007-2008 Eric Bequin top scorer. Since then, yenya player top scorer be when you even up to 5 caps at the Ama Black Stars.
No, even the caps in the crab, but omo Gia, national team no shada kwenya. Now Ishmael was fantastic, but I feel national team no shada nyane so for so bebre about the junior side.
In the first place.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it was under 20.
Apart from that, you know, the point is, Mejidi say the coaches no soon develop ye. I'm saying this because, yes, the person might be the top scorer, or mine no able value cool, but will impact outside or mine what you're saying.
Can you live here?
Yes, because I remember you remember Roy Mackay? You remember that guy, former Bayern Munich he was a top scorer in the Bundesliga. That time now Brazil for top strikers and number one. They had Adrino, they had Robson De Souza Robinho, they had Ronaldo, they had Rivaldo. Master player be no money into na Obreso Obenya national team. But what the club level no.
Oh boy.
And you know, but even if we are not calling you for the national team, your players need impact or make it outside or minor. You remember Bismarck Aidan, former Kesben, Samuel Afum,
Emmanuel Cloté.
All these players recently are no. On put the ordinary
and we ask Bafo so by.
Yes, you might not Bafo. Or me na ba from a Dubiacity.
Yenya ba kubi kwa ade
Wafu Chelsea.
Ade Wafu tournament. Wafu tournament na ye GE no. Now one Liberty strike.
Liberty Latif Blessing.
Latif Blessing.
Latif Blessing so je top scorer.
There was one.
Yeah, they brought for me.
Yeah, Makai. But you know, I think he was from Brecum, Chelsea. Steven.
Brecum, Chelsea.
I remember. On the Kwaka. So, Mejidi said, as I you have a proper conversation on your strikers and Ankasa. So, say, you never be one manonia. Chroma is going to mean develop Ubiana.
You be saying at their club level, they are not bad.
Okay. Intino
club level.
Okay, Tia Bisu Chrome has some complementariana.
Young friend.
Okay, say young friend are playing so quite bonty on somebody what to say better justify say ABA because say young
typical example, Minchawano. Medium striker. Jonathan Soa.
Yeah. Soa quite outside in the
outside. He has been good. Oba
is not enough.
Oba Black Star. Oba Black Star.
Yeah.
The only game he played in was that Liberia game. Oba assist. Yako AFCON. Which competitive game did he feature in?
Meba. Un say Chrome ha. Sorry to say an undue advantage over the foreign-based players because Hano yem benchmark with the day are you and Jordan.
Okay.
Yem benchmark with Kudus. Oh yeah. Memphani say Salim Adams. Now Chrome ha. Now ye kasi ye from Black Stars ha. Say you start to say a benchmark with Kudus automatically we out of the team. Until you be benchmark with the standard that you born wahano. But once I will step off for free adu Togo, we will start benchmarking you with Pate.
Hafiz Konkoni.
No, but Ghana name benchmark with those guys. And for say you mean benchmark with Semenyo. Let's say oh ahead of Semenyo. Semenyo are friend no going to be found to
benchmark players.
No matter how many you have scored.
I remember the typical example. Hafiz Wuta Konkoni. Hafiz Konkoni.
Yes.
I think one of the call-ups on Nyaye should be under Chris Ute. No, I shared 15 goals. He went to the Black Stars camp. He didn't kick a ball. What else? And on ye. For a local player, injury Hano.
For some.
Now you're forward team,
even Bequin, Eric Bequin. They had to take the essential force back. Come on, friend.
Since Ishmaelado,
I think 2006 also.
Prince Tego ni Ishmaelado ni Dombo Temuchwa muno. The only player winning up to 10 caps in the year Bequin 10. None of them.
Even
No, Hatmo didn't even get the opportunity.
Yes. And one player now bust through the ranks.
Yes.
Okay, a progression.
And Obama, one of the biggest clubs in Africa and Ghana. Folk.
And Obe captain under 20.
And at 23 was goals
no progression. The point I mean making is I'm not saying say they are excellent players, but so or local league they need to be given the opportunity to play.
Exactly.
Apart from that, now the American say player no offer no. Now we can say share the performance any semenwa obey mistake because no facilities or more the kind of coaching no go through any exposure more no more nibi intimate benchmark or more with that. Debbie even in Brazil you have a player or Braziller you can benchmark the Brazilian league with EPL.
No, but
meanwhile they are one of the best leagues.
But are good there?
Yes, you are there, so you're good. Yes, or you good.
Brazil,
no, Brazil when they go, they play. And I say we should have a proper conversation on this. Is it that your coach is not soon to me produce the best of strikers because can in no. Me sounds you might be uncle is okay. After so minor poor no cry now more opportunity. Mr. Boy, you quite bontia will impact to our bontina, so I am not saying take my heart.
Well, most of our top guys go and come back.
That is it. Into Matmotu.
Well, now your top club of Africa who dominate your chi Alice Bini a show more, your the big clubs near show more. Your local league, there is no excuse. I bet me I can say won't pick players from there.
Now yeah, Dreams call Africa went as far
as the semi-final.
Yeah, Bobo goalkeepers in Africa. Your ball tournament in their goalkeepers. Yeah, dear in the competition. The Dreams as the goalkeeper was in there.
And yeah,
3 goalkeepers for the Black Stars. The goalkeeper wasn't.
No, that time no pride.
That time
no pride. No pride. That time no. Or mobile way no pride.
Na Felix
even
Aziz Makra, say no deserve color.
Sir Abdulaziz no ball tournament in no. And your Dreams no ball and no ball man any other club. But because he played for Dreams, that's
some of we have America so Dreams playing.
And then America say because he played for Dreams and into that.
Can say your problem is there so cry.
Eriko, on that. Empeji forecast me say Jamoy wi anam ofie. E no dwane.
Yeah.
Oba no beto kraman. E wo if duana no.
We do bad as
e no bi sa kraman say din ba na ebo me ofie. No see din na ojato ho na. This administration. Of course this before the Black Star game, the FA president said only team cry Nigerian players will not get into it. Meanwhile, you himself we FA president, you shouldn't be affiliated to a club.
Oh, I know the affiliation. Say, yeah, engineer say Dreams here, and
okay.
But FA president saying my jato.
In terms of coaching, you pick CK Akono, Black Star scholar. Even before you FA president, you were agitating, said John Entry should be called in. Look, they are presidents too. And don't think the Ghanaians are forgotten.
Charlie.
Even if you are genuine, even if you are being genuine, Karim Zito or your top-notch coach. But Karim Zito has said, say, they are setting appointment on person Beji because Nkrophobeka say because he's affiliated to Dreams.
But deserve it.
And the same way now, yes, I know. Even if coach Nife Jumana, backlash. You will not even have the concentration to do the job. And you know, there are problems, if it's right. The people there should admit. Say almost a part of the problem. Of course, Abdulaziz is a super player. He was one of the top scorers in the Confederation Cup.
Yeah.
Top player, scoring belters. Now he's with Barcelona. Media me believes that he needs more time before he gets into the Black Star. Because we've seen players be Tariq Jibrin of Heart to Folk. We've seen in recent years names like Matthew and Kujomo being mentioned. They need time to grow.
No, it depends on saying your shared you say a project. Because looking at the age I be the play called Black Stars anymore. Yen kwe be a Cameroon the age I to call national team anymore. They be a project. Who they all could be Uncle Bobby, but all the team the experience I will gather near their day and monitor.
And I'm say even if say a genuine say Abdulaziz ka Black Stars call up in one. President be affiliated to the boy and I know.
What is the age of Haaland? What
Haaland, I think, is 22.
He's now the all-time top scorer for his country.
For Norway. But Yami Lamar, how many years?
17.
Oh, so football.
And I have no talent in
football. No, you free baby. nanka o peak years and our prime years started from 27 2018.
Now Spain for a Nations League you know always
and then when you're 18 19 so maybe who's a player with 20 years near ka say obenyini a obenyina kwanyin fabium because
maybe a young so notion say oh so Shannon Fisher you think okay say Andre your man opportunity Black Stars Fisher
yes 2008
Fisher
yes we charisma
but be a shedding crying that time now ono ana 20 na boa
a part of our culture
do ni jaro no
your culture neka and meka no ha under 17 under 20 tournaments ye G over age players in kwa. Say you better can cry.
But that one is a fact.
Say you better cry. I was
reading an article from Germany 4 years on publication B. I think it was in 2016 but me we a journal no and almost say na scout players e Africa pa but the amount reduce you no 18 because no kofa player ba realize say the documentation the bibia say player no 14 years. But if you bedu no, a bedu baby no man will say player no. 14 no, a do at times 2.
And a machine won't picking. Now, you touch it on people over board but you touch it on the ticket and other issues surrounding the game, the pitch and all that. Mommy video no director my share Kwame Obade video of what he went through about on a ticket. Yes, e-ticketing, ya nyema say to ticket say okay. Mami audio nkan na yen hwade.
Authority. Someone you're ready for e-tickets na. Don't even dare. Obi a match ticket, VIP ticket, e-ticket. You come first to stadium. Oh, must have prime. Oh, come on. The how many say me could do inside the crown. Not VIP when I am ma. Miss me contemu me quite cross sana. Born a crown, ya baba chassis. I have to sit on the floor. So I shall be a tenor. I acquire no free finia. Obi be fa wakotanasana. I want a tenor because I was forced to sit here because there was no place for me. Me have investigation and conform a tenor crowd. They didn't even buy VIP ticket. How?
Right. There might be a CC away from the pitch and your mouth share, you know, e-tickets and them say yeah ready. Yantu ya bokakra.
Adia ba kwa ama nkofon stadium okrom ha. Adia we kan ho. And the stress you go through to enter a venue so kwakwe game. I remember about 3 seasons ago, Abrana Olympics compete for Premier League no. I say Olympics in has a ball game will be. Now I think last but 3 or last but 4 of the Premier League game. Our Crossport Stadium. And Gabi Asarochre was there. If I should tell you, no, stress or form Ukraine and Ura Stadium. Not Oteneka Munoba. Meme Kojina how 2 hours na me to me realm.
Can you imagine?
And finally, me realm na me call media no, me nya baby antena. Enti amount for ba na maybe say Crossport Stadium come media stand or because me ni media stand.
Na ye ho na baby e ko na.
Ba ho nya media stand because obetu wani no. Na man for to me say do watem. I thought say massa what any West be on person we use from use
mix zone.
And obi about at any time. Then security ben e ho a ye betumi a check say when media on the VIP that same game me ho no obi buy man no kuta VIP tickets 4 on the VH on the family nearby behwe odu wa ka chan say VIP why ma o say
so I talk e-ticket on the phone so
VIP tickets 4 almost say there be e why ma man nko popular stand
can you imagine
non konko tena no hwe enti ticket no ye wi a ne aye complimentary assisha offices ne ya che
Say NSF for Juma.
Yes, ni ya check complimentary ni nyina. Enti bia VIP abefo nipa 20 no. Ya check complimentary be 19.
Baby girls.
No, but what they say, me check on. I say any numbers no.
So when you go there,
what we need to understand is
be wo ye de one ba say be money gate. Udu on my ye be start game no any time. Ohwa 5 minutes to time. Chale me dey mo ba me 2 gate ni mo. No wa call inside.
There was one Mr. Ansan at
Mr. Ansan from Duas
at the gate.
still he also
no. And his behavior was really bad and hostile.
It's always been in his behavior. I know who na as on no want to kwa.
At the point you know see of military men am I. Journalists are me accredited. Oh, military. And when we na yen crofo aye di omu di institutions bi anima emboa.
And orientation. I mean nipa ba me. Enye se waye gidigidi. That's why BB answer so yeah. At least nipa 50 about the
accreditation no.
Woman nipa cost.
Almost say yeah brenya ye dwuma ye boa. Tio. No, accreditation na journalist patch. Oh, yes sir, mo for accredit. O se ma be gina from anopa and na me dey ma bre na wasesa accreditation no dey ko.
But say ma time so esa mo ko pick him accreditation.
My brother. Chrome ha no, there were issues with transportation.
No relax you, baba. Where journalists are aware say at this time so be picking accreditation.
Yes.
And at one picking at that time.
Ebi were all before.
Ebi were before
the time.
No mo there.
That I think
at 12
that final day it was from 9 either to 11. It was 10 to
11.
1.
Sorry, to 1. 10 to 1.
3 hours to the game. There were I saw GH Maxi all the way from BBN.
Oh Charlie.
And he was struggling. He came there before 1. Me do stadium 12. First, we were told saying to me if I can't remember. Understandable.
You did a car pass.
The media gate was closed. I recall there are minimum normal protocols. Media po yin main gate. You correct me, boy, I'm correct me. But someone says because this is a top level game. Communicate it. Then they say before they go make me about it a statement to all media houses. You copy the people involved. Oba for her. Then we do it. But you don't always expect to say embraho. The normal protocol na yenim no. Moon follow. Na mo say
and answer be a case say video aye hwe. Gate na no. E bia nipa no so anye organizer na bi bia. Gate na ediki so fine. We have seen a game at the Benabawa. You di obia di so. Omo ko early na obia di so
tell you so. Me say e ticket no. You bet check we ticket no credit me check yes code no yehu. Code my what am I? My brother the stress you go through it. There was a guy me who no that day also teteshi. Was oba hot 10 o'clock. We trust stadium no we share 4 times. Okọ ha yese kwa ha. Okọ ha yese kwa se boss me yinie boa me na me room wate. Boss minimum me hwe o TV so.
Commitment alone na person somebody call
that time didn't in cupboard and as we talk about there's nothing in cupboard na nim na I know say one of the things they see very sad the company for her
when him say main disaster report no omo kire say ye kwa kwahwe game ma ye close some of the gates on that day ni ye close gate ni bi ama man for pe baby afa obekwa ye gate one ye close nti nipa ni fi sa gate number another gate obekwa ye gate so ye close me one no sa report no kire say at the stampede na esi ye because ye close some of the gate na den na nti ye de ye match order ye nko ye nim da asem we aye kan ye next game ebeboyi the same thing will happen. Forgetting say me Mr. Body the all can meto ase say ye my time 10 to 1 say ye mrameje. But ye krom ha no issues I with transportation ne won ne ba no that day you remember say Accra to Kumasi ye say traffic be 8 hours na man for mu so just imagine say Saturday no obi fi Kumasi e ba na be 8 hours no mama medu ya into expect say nipa na ba bedu 1 o'clock and aside that to the kwakutie into digitalization
exactly
and for so many digitalization what prevents kwakwa sending the details aba no was sending ade na mano
soft copy
no wa printing ade odu was scratch pin no we ni heading
but I think those who went to World Cup no e bi no wo
na Morocco haya we ni heading
bia ye de no ye pese de tu ekun
oh na so bet ma print wa de atu ko ana say unim Mr. Body, I don't know to me. You bet to my and we inside media stand with security. then what print wo dia pass a wo di be wrem udu ha no waje dia sign wo kon is it not that simple afen na nipa ba be sell line media for ye
don't come be need you be print be frem yes ya send am obi go print no obe print am ani nua se me yen ko wrem
code so you enter the digital ho no digitalization
because obi out of VIP no bless and san wrem
me say we on ma biom
let's say on ma
say so ye football loving fan on ma biom me say mpenifo be ko amam 44 na VIP ya che complimentary manasa media obeko obi a onye media ono oba na ode ne girlfriends too na dan for so de ne girl ba ko aba
media stand all there it is bad
on
league games very bad okay say cry league on hold there no class so that
you need protection be our ho
no be there betime see
you need protection be our ho ye nkire wo say we nkonkoti na we obi a onye media bia wo bedun media wo na wo nte wona na wo ye comment baby na wo te wunya
me gina o se beto me gina I metna from me kodu ye no tell me we game no
me ba na me
then it was time for post match
me gina ho abre
na post match no and go for invade
yes
ade anim
nto kwakra si anim o
ntaka si ebe wura me
ye gina na nto kwasi ye da ni bobo
mam
na me ka sa me
so e den na fans no enya opportunity come e media center ho security wana ntefe fans no person wura baby air press conference no
soldier for the police for edu omugu o mo chen so o mo ko Sudan kwa pastor ntokwa and so still am for
but in some of the behavior of certain and central phone so
very very
ye nyina adwuma na ye no ye the ethics and ye adwuma se waba na to gate ma ensem bia na mo keka no na enye
I was outside.
It distorted.
They see any. The guy now here did this. No, nyen century.
Oh, and then.
The brother nyen century.
Me da se
also Kumasi na aba. It was na Ray Biade no. Ray Biade na no person we be. Onko na che na Ray too. Ray so to bia. On the get any no ba. And akwa say atwina. Akwa ama get na twina fo no. Ten na de la. Na de be see.
I don't know a trap better na.
Minim. O see players, ni say how the players in ma ho. Also person be who players no players mo nko kire ho when I person dey be ho na nti e pro no
who players na no omo ye den
I don't twa picture it e pro no twi na from sana say na awu hey police for bamu soldier for bamu yen da kwa na so mpene gigiri o
and kwa no oye bole
ko si rain pim na de obe ye no no wa se na nimu so baku masi baba ya sports stadium only be young guy be o police for no kwa na shock you msa kwa na react sa tena se so ni mu ade na afi batu ko to kra buof ya kwa na kwa ni mu ya na go pechi chinga bi kwa ma na na kwa to it touch on the pitch na echo. But the pitch was fine, right?
It was
beautiful.
It was a shower, no be sprinklers, no.
But we have manpower.
I'm the rubber carpet, and I say,
yeah, I'm the rubber carpet.
I said, no, fine.
Sprinklers near chimna, nipa ne chim spring.
Fine. I said, automatic.
Rubber carpets are working fine.
We were against time, so we had to quicken up.
Rubber carpet.
Yeah, next game we're very fine. Yeah, very fine. Oh, what the other? What
to do? What the asem obo ade ense ne ho anika no asem no oba na ni bie so kura ase
onza ha ko mutu ni cheu
later e be cupboard room but mama 1 second na mama obo ade sam kaka me fanya de mama obo ade sam kaka me fanya de
ticket VIP ticket e-ticket you come first cost stadium VIP ticket oh must have prime oh come on the how many say me could do inside the crown na VIP ho ni nyina ayema me so me contem o me koye kra sana ball the crown ye ba be hyase I have to sit on the floor so we shall be yetina aye kwan no finfini a obi be fa wakotena ase na I want yetina because I was forced to sit here because there was no place for me me have investigation no and confirm that na hokra they didn't even buy VIP ticket. How?
Wow. Owura mu na ja smile obende so onye mu owura. But ten so nya horse ticket now.
David.
Alright, the family room kakra na.
Na we girls too be my friend ba ko say omu twigia so ne sa na girls ni anu damu omu su. Ye ma
omo tetare so.
Nam si o.
To ba kan kakra.
Enti
adoso fa so ne nwa.
Ai.
Fire so be one PC.
Eriko sani anka
back so fa so ne.
Minya anka sa energy we anka e Ghana Premier League nechi. But omo di Ghana Premier League nechi en kwan ni hu. The Black Stars bar.
Na je say.
Omo she jackets.
Aba.
And then am pitch so real dressing room.
Family ko kakra.
Mr. Body, many could discuss. I can't say baby about the Black Stars, but game no ye game I 5 key takeaways in the whole game, and game now your boy and Osha Black Stars team no preparation ahead of the game. In fact, to be honest, I was impressed with our Black Stars for the first time. I think this might be Otuado's best game.
Okay.
Because Sudan didn't play.
Yes. Maybe Sudan didn't play.
Better than the one against Nigeria home and away.
Yes. In terms of organization on the pitch, in terms of, I say, ball distribution will be beyond.
Well, I've forgotten the game our ball Cape Coast. I think the first game of Cape Coast was beautiful. I think I want to remember that game.
Okay.
After say qualifying team no. Or game be Cape Coast. Very, very, very beautiful game.
Oshe team I the boy ya. When we say 1 or 2 new faces be to say Suleiman Ibrahim.
Yeah.
Or your one player now.
Fantastic game. Fantastic.
A man for expect to be to start game no better start. Then we had our experience Juku and so Baby Rem. And when Juku is at the back, the team looked more organized.
Stable.
What they say or that experience. Any day would need Jinama or bet to me about the Ama team no. And Otado as usual. SAT up with a 4-3-3. You ever started game no pressure with team no so because your game your koko draw against Niger and a pressure by your team no so nan kan goal there or shower and can be any news baby but for you to draw against Niger a neutral ground no and then a man for started so more raise questions about the quality of team no now went into the game and this is a game you started you know now I say yeah pass a lot of horizontal balls and the 5 key takeaways are you game no our inability to penetrate through the middle ball now your boy and you started first 45 minutes now in 50 one who say Sudanese no very physical obi o hwe game bia who say Sudan for you omo your team omo very very physical in terms of height in terms of physique bibia na omo bro yeso and in midfield battle no na ye den dia mai but anytime you be penetrate through the middle no so no na you very dangerous because midfield ho no players are na Ibrahim Sulemana onya that ball career and the only player because of bench ball they betum dia run their defenders was our captain on the day Mo Kudus nti Mo Kudus no je ball unim say Kudus there or the ball no be run their defenders and obe call it beba no a dribble obe create space at the amount we didn't have any player of that caliber apart from Kudus or midfield and Kudus no that physical and your ball na nkofo no hekel no kakra pe obe say we lose ball no and you see one beautiful run be obey but before then obe failure to utilize set pieces Sudanese no better with area duels any set pieces yenya set pieces ni observed in the first 20 minutes ni say na boys no confidence will form.
Really?
Yes, na boys no confidence will form. I say bibi chase you omo. I say wo ya de bi na o supervisor ababet na wo say na wo be gina wo say na wo hwe. On person obey mistake. Enti boys no bo omo bo nyina no, obi asuro say ade we. Ekotofa ho a. First 15 minutes. That is what we saw. But the moment I could do, I saw no any ball be running or midfield no, you will see how Crawford back Clampu Kudus down. Now you look at this video. Yeah, to make midfield though, but one Kudus tried to use the midfield. Look at how the players were heckling him. And the midfield one your strength. but say you try say you utilize what we are able to break through because in Crawford no man that skillful our because on a lot of problems our midfield. All we wanted to do or we had to do was to maintain our composure calmly because we are a lot of experienced players. Boy now your boy, you know. Only your first 11 who see bencher, Eddie see in China. Your second 11, we not signing ball but change Sudan for no. Which is a fact.
Me no nya adwen
Yes, o de only me nya adwen.
Ba only na ball league
me no nya adwen o di wanimo.
Ai, asemintra.
Say it is Lille at Real Madrid.
Yes.
And just Lille in ball but a place near better than
better than.
But what's the second 11 there me no nya.
Second 11 is still better than them.
Me no nya adwen.
Yeah, better.
Me no nya adwen.
And yakoye ni ma e be kwa kwhwe the next pointer na me pese me kan sa incident we e see a lot. You set pieces. You have 16 corner kicks. Now, minim as a coach, Otuado, when are you coach? Minim kwanya the ochre about your set pieces. Because now quite say from Kudus and about Jordan.
Routine be anim.
And minim how or shape up the team when it comes to set pieces. Because you know, set pieces are your boy.
Set pieces never told you
set pieces na near bono. Yes, send one signal at the Mariasia for any supporters or most stadium or say, yam practicing for set pieces. You're training for set pieces. Because the way near boy set pieces, you know. Now the same thing from minute 1 till say you real. Nipa you the bed decided, ko yam one saying. Min twin and I saw Baba Jebon on our tribe, baby. And continue over and over and over and over. You look at this video. What do you say? Where your free kick? Look at this. Where we are? A free kick. Baby, I want to. You send your ball. No, Sariki, it's young carbon. And they go straight over. And what him say in 2022 FIFA World Cup. Reporter FIFA scouts at the buy no coaches in the buy no 40% of the goals we share from the World Cup came from set pieces. In 2018 52.8% came from set pieces. Ya call AFCON and say ya koko winning
ye winning
calf man can yi
Odogana
man can yi
ba che ba kwa kan
Mr. Body another corner kick e kotu yi ikoyenko ye tini ehwe ne kakra ba ko na ye tutu ni bumbum no amfanti wo de hwe we oba be tu di amakudus it's like they didn't plan no otu di makudus akudus pese oye bibi
no Jordan de gina hono
yeah this is Jordan and these are set pieces. Look at their organization with Chiroho. Look at our players 1 2 3 4 mo attacking no okwa say ball
that ball say nuama mo ne ko say
David Ekudus. Okay, that was
nuama
so if you look at this video clearly Osha Jordan initially not Jordan again say ko be two ball net mo
that's fun
and the workers fumami and that's a pitch no so no and no mu decide say ball no cry am body saying
but that is not bad. You make decisions on the pitch
sometimes on the pitch
sometimes you are planning say but you do one situations
no they do it but routine na ye hwe ne kire say boys need plan for set piece o I say o man training on set piece o look at this we should Jordan ko peja nsa and no so oba bebo
opeja I mean say obey in swinger
any and all the set piece are yet to nyina no me na say your bobo ni boom
but say Sudan for so wow
so why don't you use our form because you better our form e chen omo enti so mu wa adenti na ye use no form and these are the set pieces ani ye take you ye dia ye take ni nyina no this is how ani ye take we will look at Sudan for the omunya we dey once we su kudus na kotu ye ni nyina asa ye bobo na ni asinsan wiem na baba be si form your boy asinsan wiem na baba be si form you look at Sudan for area dwells superiority na omo any set pieces Sudan for born a boy in Omunya 1 corner in 90 minutes. 90 plus 6 for 1 corner kick. Omunya free kick around the 18-yard box no Omunya 1. Now when we hear the bebre na air born. You look at how are Sudan for deal with their aerial strength. And we should have taken advantage of it. Yeah, Baba, you see how Sudan are able to defend, how they are able to handle our defense. But they are the way a goalkeeper, no, any defender. Look at this one. Boni ye to I say yen target you obia ye body is. And if you look at how they organize themselves our back wa boni ba it is obvious so may you body free. Look at the goalkeeper, the Mustafa guy. He was the best player for the Sudanese on the day. So we sense where you free. You look at another one, way from Kudus. Look at how he handled it. Very simple. And the organization required the attack you no actually say we didn't plan for set piece. Because yes, it's just set pieces are. Omo players in Kwaba cover, na your players no way. Meanwhile, you two bonus with your baby see the direction of more players in Nijina. Who does that? I think these are coaching staff, but you call the next one. These are issues of coaching. You look at this one. Another set piece are Yisan Babebo. She baby a goalkeeper jina. She your players makoma you about to goalkeeper no so straight manager. Unim say way. You show back dada. The second one, you somebody am a goalkeeper straight. I'm a goalkeeper channel. Into we no, you free. Didn't we train for this? Because we need free kicks now. We born no more set pieces in the same manner, and they be determine who wins the game. Make us your koji afkono. Ivory Coast Afcon no. Utie CAF scout report on the buyer. Almost see idea Ivory Coast a match 5 at the back team no. Eye set how or be develop set piece. And to almost share Nigeria in the final no. Nigeria were struggling to deal with them in the set pieces. Omobobo ni bia Nigeria for no.
Sir, you go no. Sebastian
Kowechi me pese e had there.
Sebastian Ale go no. They did not come from us.
Yes, yes. And one say yanya bo bebre o. Oh, the way a ball. Sudan for one free kick no munya. Look at how they play their free kick. This one is the corner kick. My way corner yanko the next one. Okay, where you but yanko yin yes. Now hold on. Look, show me no. One pedo munya in you. One pe Sudan for omobo no omobo inano. This is the only set piece of munya. My friend say free kick of munya. Outside the corner, hey. They nearly scored from the one they had. But someone was on me, Debbie. Omo dey omo one.
It was on target.
Thank you. Imagine so many bear 4 of this. The goalkeeper had to save this.
Force also their coach chairman so ankabako betum.
Thank you.
Chairman Ziggy there.
And I'm sure omo corner kick, the only corner kick they had. If you look at the only corner kick they had, omo player no was free. And no head a ball, and he nearly scored.
So he had discipline when it comes to sir.
We didn't. I said we didn't train for set pieces because yeah, they na yebo nyina na yebo tugu. Na nipa na nya ba ko hwe. One pill, one corner kick. And omunyae. Look at how they were able to direct. He was able to direct the head. No head a ball. No. Imagine. Se corner kicks no munya 3 ya. Unya 16. Or no one pen unyae. Inti imagine so unya 3. Ana unya 4 and can be resulting in them. Into your biggest challenger and also how are you dealing with area draws no because on show say they were superior than us. Yeah, bobo no ombeyi. And to say bobo no ombeyi we as I say you find other means and our ways are able to attack you. Let's go forward. I never come study about Sudan for no. And they said because I know me strong our midfield no. Na yen to me penetrate to our midfield no. Most of your boss and I'm rings. So yeah way. You so rings in the pan. And I'm a little say to Genie Dino. Near my in the first half. Because of time in here, just a quick one.
Man, because
now the way I near the ball no. Because most of our play men and rings. And Tianko, when most of our play, yenya ball no cry or midfield no cry say the ball no. Ebe push you come midfield no. Near direct ya switch play either either right or on the left. So baby yenya ball way. Boy can so the be ni mo san so the akwa share rings obiom. Ni akwa cross so. Me one crofo we so akere say area. Once a ball dey far from ke e she go. Boy one fan fast through. But or dey far from no. We nearly scored from this. Okay? And to form no we are better. And then I use you for. But we use rings. This ball, it was better posted for the ball. Baba say nanka ye dey face you omoponu. But you be saying the ball na kwa rings. Ye nya ball ni bia as I say the kwa rings. Minim so to Adom na catch romo. Definitely I believe say we shall coach in a system or the buy
to instructions.
Instructions are ebi or the mom no e catch say bia o mu use rings no. But mu use rings no e so no na mwa. Enti rings ni dey na mwa ye because attack ni dey near the go so sa rings either it is Nyama or it is Samenyo or it is Kudus na eba be fa ho and say ye Jordan na eba fa ho tem bia na mali di say du and say Gideon Mensa ye na we so hwe nti tem bia no e ho no de na ye strength midfield na ye ntumi lack of composure you be your top 5 misses ayenya
time your time
on the day na ye dia rapport
okay
we dey nhwe first one ni
jale
e be yi second one no beba
na ya hwe nsa bi to mu asa ki agu nkrofo 3 o
ai nti second one no so na ekoi obehu second one ni nti this is another chance I am say ye be ko third one no so ni ene ye ekoi third one about to agu esa ko biom obehwe wewe fa boy ko wenim boom about to agu number 4 ye be san ko last one enso na ekoi Ali du Sedu ona age ball no o the ball na be kwa o the ball na kwa kotum
Any
Kudus di anini
be na Kudus gina ipa de
6 yards
eye na composure lack of composure we a player who could do 18-yard box ma coaches no kwa catch so na oyo tun for no oyo hene no oyo gamma nche nya confident because nipa no kan ope eye penalty
all right
and this was our man of the match
no I am man of the match because na Sudan for them man because I'm laterals no mo nya sharp
I think he played well.
Ali do the good.
Maybe game we be the best game I who Black Stars.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal on the day. The defensive work. Even the Sudanese ni attack here. The defensive work. Say you defend here. The way to me sound so o defend here attack here. The way to me attack. Me hu ball back wa. Nkrofo ne te counter. Me hu say kick and what the physique na. And so onya that pace no. The way you bulky no. Ah what that pace no me quite surprise me. But me hu kick no aba be cross aba je ball no. Obeje no wan relax you. And no the ball ni san so de to a omo e ko cross ball no. And on the day on the flank no na the side no. And the best side, the right side.
Wow.
We played so well on the right. Unfortunately, I didn't answer. And I believe say some of these things
say the next game
might be hard.
Hopefully
next game ne there. Some we are who in the game no. You to me rectify some mistakes
on Tuesday.
I think we should be able to beat them on Tuesday.
Against
Sudan for the women bobo no correct.
Me ba cho fa tokrom no to asopreko because of Senate time na kwakoye no. Se me kon sika tokrom.
Alright.
Kodokode no on from when but yeah. Yen hwe kodoko 2 players ayira on kwa brochi no. Eto dey to so.
Hey.
Proper Japan.
Okay, we odds of the week 8.41.
Okay.
8.41 odds.
Yanko.
And Bulgaria versus Luxembourg over 1.5. I know where you phone we can tell because time no call. You pay after election no campaign.
Oh say
Croatia versus Scotland and over 1.5. It's over 1.5 say at least 2 goals
Yeah.
Belarus versus Northern Ireland over 1.5. Cyprus versus Romania matches in the over 1.5. Poland versus Portugal over 1.5. Spain versus Denmark over 1.5. Guinea versus Ethiopia under 3.5.
Less than 4.
When him say Ethiopia, so last month on team St. George's any team back or US or place in the beer journey. Players best 7. Morocco versus Central African Republic. Home win.
Okay. 8.41 off. 8.41 off. Mudao.
Amajane, so so promo say mu say jane.
Ah, me. Koloko, manager fato so mame.
Very correct. Yeah, me answer nya Ghana players na adwane.
Ah, me Sudan for.
Hey, Sudan for ya yen jima show why.
Wonya fa kotoko amaya kwa amra. Anyway. Dean, Bra Transada, Yanko, Nemo, Nine Hersane, and Yama so is here. Queen Takra, Emmanuel Jima of Vision 1 FM, fantastic. Greetings going out to you, all show, no. Any other. Say, Ghana Jesus, we are looking nice on your screen. We are Quechi. Say to me, Tuesday, I best sound by another year, dear about Transi. Kololo impressions, Kololo for a share, Jesse beautiful. Ye, didn't know could you know person done with you. Now, Hersane,
Mamendano,
yeah, come up. Kololo impressions. Kololo, fantastic. I'm trying to need to pass 0244 760 415. 0244 Nanohubium 0244 760 415 0244 760 415 Kololo impressions just a be up EPL 1 La Liga Ghana Bia Obenyabi quality so Kololo impressions. Thank you so much. And I was say atade Sergio Manucho producer Dean Steve Madam Sepa Sarah Ederick T show together with sound and the camera. Thank you so much, Sir. Next week, I'm going to be you sign the sports arena, bro. Yana Wakai, the Nankasaka Kijuaneho. Eric, I see you do next week, Samba.